Your insurance company will not pay for any medications to prevent bone loss either. It's a catch-22, and your doctor's disagreement with the insurance company's guidelines is the reason you're in a bind. Does that make your doctor a hero or a heretic? Well, here are the facts. In the first 5 years of your postmenopause, you lose 2% of your bone per year, and then you lose 1% of your bone per year after that. At your current age of 50, with a lot of osteoporosis risk factors, you may well be on your way to osteoporosis. But there are no symptoms to warn you of osteoporosis. You're going to just incur a fracture. If you wait until age 65 to get your first bone density test, it may be way too late to do anything about it. Your insurance company has chosen to follow the guidelines that are least protective for you. They use the ones that are least expensive for them. Your doctor thinks you should pay for the bone density test yourself so that you can do what's best for you. Is that doctor a hero, a heretic, or have you changed your mind one way or the other? Here's scenario 7. You already have osteoporosis, and your doctor is a GP who isn't up to date on treatment for osteoporosis. He's not aggressive with anything. So he isn't familiar with the SERMs for preventing and treating osteoporosis. You aren't keen on taking medications either, and your GP knows this, but you've been watching my videos, and you learned that the SERMs are non-hormonal options for osteoporosis. You think a SERM is the perfect option for you. But when you go to your GP to discuss this, he says, oh no, just take calcium and exercise. On the one hand, you're glad that he's not drug happy. On the other hand, you wonder if you'll be sorry later if you break your hip because you didn't do something more aggressive. Is your doctor a hero or a heretic? Here's the truth. Calcium cannot prevent or treat osteoporosis. Calcium has nothing to do with bone loss, which is quantity. Calcium can only improve bone strength, which is quality. You can take all the calcium you want and you will still lose bone. So despite your preference to avoid medications, and despite your GP's acquiescence to your preference, along with his own limited knowledge, you will continue to lose bone. So is that doctor still a hero, or is he still a heretic, or have you changed your mind? I've got another one for you. Here's scenario 8. Let's say you hate the medical industry. You hate screening tests, labs, medicines, everything. You think it's all just too much. Your opinion is just eat right and exercise and you'll be fine. You are especially against mammograms. You've never been pregnant and your breasts are very dense. And you know that it's more difficult to find early breast cancer in dense breasts, so you rarely do your self-breast exam. You, like many women, think, I don't want to find anything. But when you go to your doctor, he does a breast exam, says your breasts are ultra dense, and recommends a screening mammogram. You protest. You say, why should I get a mammogram if you can't feel anything suspicious? And your doctor says, that's precisely what mammograms are for, revealing the things we can't feel when they're still tiny and curable. You feel conflicted. You don't want to discover that you have breast cancer, but if you do have it, you want to find it early. You think your doctor just isn't skilled enough to rely on his own breast exam. Is that doctor a hero or a heretic? Here's what you need to know. There are 2 ways to find breast cancer early. You can feel it on your self-breast exam or see it on a mammogram. Dense breasts make it difficult to feel anything, so mammograms are very helpful in women with deep, dense breasts. But the mammogram may not be enough. You may also need an ultrasound. One of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard women say is, I don't want to do my breast check or get a mammogram because I don't want to know if I have breast cancer. That's completely goofy. Breast cancer is curable. A mammogram is a means of finding a disease early enough so that it doesn't kill you. So is that doctor still a hero or a heretic, or have you changed your mind? Now for a really common one. Scenario 9. Let's say you've been watching my videos on YouTube from the start and you've learned that heart attacks kill 1 out of every 2 women after the age of menopause. You have a strong family history of heart attacks. Multiple relatives have died from heart attacks. You know there's a genetic component, but you also know that your family has terrible, terrible health habits. They assume absolutely no accountability for their health. They smoke, drink, get fat, and never exercise. But you have conducted your life in ways that put you at very low risk for a heart attack. You're a certified health nut. You're vegan. You exercise every day. You've always maintained your ideal body weight. You've never smoked. You avoid all the bad fat foods. You know that despite the genetic component, you can do a lot to lower your risk, and you have done absolutely everything in your power to lower your own risk. Your cholesterol studies are stellar. There's absolutely nothing to indicate that you should worry about a heart attack. You think you should be fine if you just continue your current lifestyle. When you become postmenopausal and start having terrible symptoms of menopause, you go to your gynecologic menopause specialist. And the menopause expert even recommends HRT. You take the prescription home, and your family is mortified. They say, don't you know that you can't take HRT since family members have had heart attacks? What kind of a quack doctor did you see? Your family's reaction upsets you. For the first time, you feel uncertain about taking HRT if your family members have had heart attacks. Is that doctor a hero or a heretic? Is this tricky? Actually, it shouldn't be. See, this is a situation that women have all the time. And you can even change the disease to stroke or breast cancer, ovarian cancer, uterine cancer. It's very simple. You are you. You are not your family. No one ever said that you can't take HRT just because someone else had a disease that makes it dangerous for them. That would assume that your fate is sealed by your family members. It would assume that nothing about your lifestyle matters. It would assume that you all have the exact same genes. You don't. You do share some risks, but you don't use your family history to discount everything else. That's just overkill. So is that doctor still a hero or a heretic? Or have you changed your mind? One last quick one. You have huge fibroids in your uterus. They've caused heavy bleeding and pelvic pain for years, and they've finally gotten so big that you just have to do something about them. So you've scheduled a hysterectomy. You're 49 and already have symptoms of menopause. So you know your ovaries are going to go out of business and that you'll be estrogen deficient very soon. You talk to your doctor about what he's going to do with your ovaries at the time of surgery. Leave them there or take them out. And your doctor says that he can do it either way and gives you 3 options. He can remove them, which means you'll be postmenopausal and you can take estrogen replacement right after the surgery. Or he can leave them there, in which case you'll become postmenopausal very soon anyway. Or he can just examine them and only remove them if they look diseased. You ask if there are any benefits to removing them, and your doctor says it will reduce your risk of ovarian cancer by 90%. You ask if there are any benefits to keeping them. Your doctor says there are none. So you choose to have your ovaries removed. But then you learn that your insurance company will not approve removal of your ovaries. The doctor calls the insurance company to get approval, and you wonder who's right, the doctor or the insurance company. You wonder if your doctor is trying to make more money. Could it be that the insurance company is trying to spend less money by denying approval? Is your doctor a hero or a heretic? The facts are that when your ovaries go out of business at the time of postmenopause, they serve no function. So they used to produce eggs and estrogen, but now they do neither. But they can still get cancer. And so, since ovarian cancer is one of the worst cancers of all because it produces no symptoms and it's difficult to find early, it has low survival rates. So removing your ovaries would save you that worry. Your insurance company will do just about anything to avoid paying for just about anything. But your doctor was trying to get approval to remove your ovaries so that you wouldn't have to pay for it. Do you see how these scenarios could have you unsure as to your doctor's intentions? And do you see how education makes all the difference? And do you see how you play a part in all of them? So the bottom line is my education helps you understand everything you need to know to assess situations like this and to prevent being conflicted. I urge you to watch my YouTube videos, go to my website, menopausetailor.me, have a consultation with me. I'm here to help you with anything any scenario. So I will sign off for now. I hope you had fun with this. There were 10 scenarios in a short time. I will see you next time. Bye.